कि हमारा 50 इयर्स में आज जा कर के हम लोगों को महसूस हो रहा है कि हमारा स्टेट भी आगे चल चुका है।
Especially for a state like ours where we have a very small population. So instead of the true spirit of democracy, especially electoral democracy,
let us do our best, be responsible citizens, whatever we do, and try to follow basic laws and set an example for all our.
अभी रिसोर्स को पूरा खत्म नहीं करना है, उसको बच्चों के लिए भी छोड़ना, यही तो है ना, इसी का सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट।
Next I request Engineer Jumgang Basar, Director Association. Do a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Women's Welfare Society. We have Taka Nabu, who needs no introduction.
सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट।
For completing 50 years to all our citizens of Arunachal Pradesh, Meena Madam, and to everyone present here, let us do our best, be responsible citizens, whatever we do, and try to follow basic laws and set an example for all our youngsters and people around us. Teach them if they don't understand things. हम लोग गाइड करना अच्छा तरीके से, and another 50 years is going to be another chapter of very successful 50 years for Legislative Assembly, and this is my only final message to everyone. Let us do our best, let us be good citizens, good people, and let us do our best to take Arunachal forward. Thank you.
The certificate, or if you come available, anyone from the opposition party, please, giving the more power and maybe very well. They very deserve to be approved and acknowledged.
बहुत अच्छा मतलब वो ओकेजन रहा, कॉन्क्लेव जो है सक्सेसफुल हुआ। खास करके जो मॉक पार्लियामेंट था, मैंने स्टेशन में मैं नहीं था लेकिन लाइव देख रहा था। देख करके ऐसा लगा है कि ये तो हमारा दिल्ली में जो पार्लियामेंट चलता है उससे भी अच्छा चला। तो यही है कि हमारा 50 इयर्स में आज जा कर के हम लोगों को महसूस हो रहा है कि हमारा स्टेट भी आगे चल चुका है और आगे जा कर के हमको और अच्छा काम करना है, हमारा लोगों को एडुकेट करना है, सेंसिटाइज करना है। तो अभी देखा है तो सारा एक्सपर्ट है, कल को अगर असेंबली में लेकर के आता है तो और भी अच्छा होगा। और कॉन्क्लेव जो है सक्सेसफुल कॉन्क्लेव हुआ और हमारा ये गोल्डन जुबली का कल्मिनेशन होगा आपका 18 अगस्त को। तो उस बीच में हम लोग का आउटरीच प्रोग्राम भी है, कॉलेज जा कर के हम लोगों को मॉक पार्लियामेंट कराना होता है कि गवर्नमेंट जो हम लोग को प्रस्ताव देगा उसको हाउस में ले आ करके मेंबर को डिस्कशन करने देगा। अगर मेंबर एग्री करता है तो वो पारित होगा तो लॉ बनेगा। इतना ही प्रोसेस है। बाकी जो कॉन्ग्रेजेंस लेगा वो गवर्नमेंट को लेना है। यहाँ में डिस्कशन करके वेंटिलेट कर रहा है कि पब्लिक का क्या बोलते हैं, कॉन्क्लेव का माध्यम से, आप लोग का माध्यम से पब्लिक में जा रहा है। पब्लिक में जा रहा है तो सर्टेनली उसका रिएक्शन होगा तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी में, अपना एरिया में, क्षेत्र में उसका प्रभाव पड़ेगा। जब वो प्रभाव पड़ेगा तो सर्टेनली गवर्नमेंट का नॉलेज में आएगा, गवर्नमेंट कॉन्फिडेंस लेगा, अगर सही होगा तो उसको प्रस्ताव में रखेगा। और
we are here at Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly, and today conclave was held here in Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly. This was a commemorating event of the Golden Jubilee celebration of the Arunachal Pradesh Assembly, and now we are going to interact with the Assistant Professor Rajiv Gandhi University. का conclave में आप लोग का क्या रोल है?
We were collaborating partners with the Arunachal Pradesh Legislative Assembly and Arunachal Institute of Tribal Studies. Participate in the mock parliament, and not only just the mock parliament, ये जो तीन program था, national seminar, mock parliament, and also today's conclave ना. We are happy that young people, young minds are interested, showing interest, and coming forward and participating. Well, there are some key issues, challenges that the state is facing, contemporary Arunachal. The conclave was largely to build a dialogue. I mean, both जो भी critical issues है, both sides can come to the dialogue and hear and discuss and maybe probably find a path from there. Na? So this conclave was to facilitate that dialogue. Assembly was really supportive from the beginning when we conceptualized the celebration, the program, the seminar, and then the mock parliament. They were really supportive. When we said we want the students to do the mock parliament here in the assembly, they opened the doors of the assembly. They provided the Nokmati hall, the prestigious hall, and all the facilities of the assembly. So, yeah, I think this.
It's a historic milestone, we can say, and it's kind of, as it says, reflection on what we as a tribal state have achieved in terms of democratization of our societies, of the state institutions and organizations. And perhaps it's also an opportune moment in the political history of the state to actually introspect on where we could perhaps do a course correction in terms of synchronizing the traditional institutions, strengthening them through more kind of inbuilt mechanisms so that the traditional institutions can also stand the test of times, modern times. And of course the electoral polity that we have seen in the last 50 years, it has its pros and cons, especially for a state like ours where we have a very small population. So instead of the true spirit of democracy, especially electoral democracy, we have also been experiencing a sort of degradation of the quality of social life because of monetization of electoral polity. So I feel it's an opportune occasion for the thinkers and the elites and the representatives of the peoples to sit together and brainstorm and take forward the state. It's a good move because we have been lobbying and advocating and demanding for this provision since 1990s, 95 to be specific. And finally, at least some legislation has come. Unfortunately, the present Women Reservation Bill 2023 comes with inbuilt obstacles, I would say. One is the prerequisite provision for the need of delimitation, and then the other is about the census. So in the last, I think, 14 years, we haven't had the census. So we really don't know when the government will do it. For whatever reason, the decadal census of 2021 hasn't been done, and we really don't know when the government will do it. Number one. Number two, and even the delimitation process is such a major activity. So the government, all the parliament, setting these two conditions for implementation of the 2023 Women's Reservation Act, it somehow doesn't give me a very happy feeling. So that's one. And two, of course, since Arunachal was the first tribal state to have panchayats in place after the constitutional amendment, 73rd amendment, we saw the implementation of the one-third reservation of seats for women in panchayats. We have, although the figure has come down from 38.5 in 2003 to now 35%, still we have a good number of women leaders. And many people have been asking about the quality of leadership of the women representatives. That is something we need to work on collectively as a state, as people, as government. People are doing it, and then we also have to make sure that the patriarchal attitude of many people need to be curbed, in the sense that elected representatives, especially the women representatives, should not be impersonated. We talk about panchpatis or sarpanchpatis. So that's also happening in Arunachal. These are actually shocking, but on the one hand, as someone who has been associated with the campaign for women and child rights, we also know that such crimes have always been there. Such crimes have always been there. Probably today these crimes are being brought into public domain. People are reporting, or through social media we get to know about these cases, and the police is also a little more proactive than earlier days. Otherwise, such crimes have always been there. Domestic violence and child sexual abuse, they have always been there. So that's also one of the reasons why we always talk about sex education for school children and gender sensitization for people, and there's so much to do.